So our last meeting we talked about how your arms were crossing in or crossing over, and you've corrected that. We also talked about your head position. Your head position was very high, and you're much better there as well. So with the arms, now you are slightly too wide, so you've overcorrected a bit. It's easy enough to fix. And then head position is still it's much better than it was. You're still raising up to breathe a little more than I would like, but again, it's an improvement. Hips and legs slightly low, nowhere near as low as they were the first lesson we had. So doing much better all in all. Fixing the arms where you reach to, I don't think that'll be terribly difficult. So what you want to see is the hand extends pretty much directly in front of the shoulder. The underwater portion, you'll get a better view of that when we actually film that. But what's going on right now is you're doing a pretty good pull with that left arm. You're getting some of the high elbow angle. With the right arm, you're pulling that very wide. You can see from this side. And so when you pull very wide and shallow, you don't get quite as much propulsion. So the next thing to do with that right arm pull is going to be pulling more down and back, as opposed to side and back. You're swimming about 115 per 50 or 230 per 100, which is pretty good. I think that would get you around an hour, or under an hour if you were to hold that pace in a 1.2. So your streamline here is much better than it was. Your hips and legs are staying in the same line as your torso. You can see how your arms are entering just a bit outside your body line, maybe a little too much outside the body line. And then head is good, with the exception of when you're breathing. So that's just something to keep working on. I know we talked about it already. You know, ideally you want no additional up and down head motion as you turn to breathe. It's simply a side to side roll. But again, I gotta say, you're looking a lot better than you were. So you can see where those hands are entering the water. You need to move them over about 2.5 inches. This is working on getting the hands in a little more in line with your shoulders when you reach forward. So, all right, excellent with the left. Good on the right, good on the left, good on the right. Excellent. Okay, so you're getting it. I thought this would be easier for you since you already had repositioned the hands once prior. And so it's okay to like look up as you're doing here and just get a visual check on where those hands are extending to. Excellent. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Very good. Just gonna have you do this a couple more times, but I'm not gonna film it. That's good. There you go. Hold up. Arms in the water. There you go. That's it. You can get it. That's it. Good. That's it. So this is doggy paddle drill, working on the catch. We're thinking about your internal shoulder shrug after you extend. Good. So one arm drill, thinking about standing in front of the shoulder and then that hand path going mostly down and back as opposed to anything to the side. And so we talked about the catch, and if you feel comfortable, you know, working on, that's pretty good. So right here you're getting a good path of your hand and a decent amount of catch or high elbow. Early vertical forearm, whatever you want to call it. Very good. I could see some of the strength you had in those pulls. So you were doing good of pulling, you know, the path mostly down and back, and then on some of them you're getting the rounded shoulder, the high elbow angle.
Which arm?
Yep.
Which arm is straight?
So left arm is straight, swimming with your right arm. Excellent. Very good. So yeah, same thing here. Great starting position or hand entry and extension, and then doing a good job of pulling mostly down and back, and then getting a bit of the vertical forearm drilled in there. So excellent.